Yeah, this is a little bit about me. In 2020, I transitioned into tech from public health during COVID, and I'm an open source contributor. I contribute actively to open source projects. I'm a technical writer, a Web3 advocate, a model. I love going to the gym, swimming, playing tennis, and lastly, I'm a women technical ambassador for the MENADD region. So that's just like a short bio about me. So, what is technical writing? Um, we are all, like developers, like most developers, they all focus on just the technical part of, tech, right? But I decided to do this presentation because I feel like most of us, we are somehow involved in technical writing, but we don't know. And we also don't know that we can monetize this skill too. So, yeah. So, what is technical writing? Technical writing is a discipline that entails conveying difficult informations to those who require it to complete a particular activity or realize a specified objective. Technical writing is frequently described as simplifying the difficult as a result. Okay, that's like too much grammar. So let me just, break it down because I use like too much terms there. So in layman terms, technical writing is the act of providing detailed oriented instruction to help users understand a specific skill or product. Like the last speaker's presentation, what she did, if she had put it into writing, it would have been technical writing. So because she showed us how to build UI UX in Flutter, so that's also that. So there are different types of technical writing. Um, in general, the goal of technical writing is to provide a clear, concise, and accurate information about a technical topic to a specific audience. The specific type of technical writing used will depend on the topic, the audience, and the purpose of the document. So we have technical documentation. This is like one of my favorite aspects of technical writing. I like it. API docs and the likes is really really good. And if you like it, if you are very technical and you also like writing, you should look into this. User guides, technical reports, white papers. This is mostly used in Web3 for writing, detailed stuff about, like a product you are building. Just like tell them, like, oh, this is what we are building, this is how we can do it. I mean, I'll show you what it looks like later on. Then technical specification, instructional manuals, blogs and articles. You can have people that write blogs about how to do this, or you can just write blogs about your journey in tech or the things you do. That's part of technical writing too. And then people actually make money too by sharing all of this. So let's take a deep dive into the types. Technical documentation is any piece of writing that describes the application, purpose, creation, or architecture of a product or service. This is mostly used by, like I said, like for API documentations and yeah, user guides. This provides information about how to use a product or a system, often including both written and visual explanation. I said earlier, so like our former speaker, what she has done, if she had put it into writing, it would be like a user guide too. Then instructional manuals too. This provides step-by-step instructions for completing a task or using a particular product. Like you can say how to add like a Google extension Chrome, or how to, can say how to and add like an extension to your VS Code. Yeah, so this is also good. Technical reports. These are detailed documents that describes the result of technical research or experiments. These are like advanced people, like if you're doing like a research on a particular tool or a particular use case. Yeah. Excuse me, I have a space. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, I thought I was audible enough. Sorry. Yeah. So, okay, technical reports. So, if you are working on a particular use case or a product, these are the things you can also write, reports in a technical way. I'll also show you after white papers. So, like I said, for Web3 products, if anyone is familiar here with Web3 products, blockchain, if you are launching your products, they will ask you for your white paper. I mean, if you are familiar with Bitcoin and you know that they have white papers, like Ethereum too, they have their white paper to Polygon. So it will just give you like a detailed, like a story, right, about the product. So this is what we are doing. This is our use case. This is how we are monetizing it. Yeah. So I'll show you what it looks like. The technical proposal too. Yeah. This is a document that outlines a plan for project or solution problems, often including technical details and cost estimates. Yeah, So for I don't know about Web 2 products, but for Web 3 products too, we actually do this too. Like when you're trying to propose for a DAO, I don't want to go like I don't want to like have like technical terms from Web3. So like you want to tell them, oh, I need money for something, or you want to receive a grant. Yeah, so you can also do that, and they are very very easy to write. So getting started with technical writing. So if you want to be a technical writer, you need to focus your development in one niche. So I always tell people that you should actually pick a niche, right? You should not be everywhere. But for me, right, because it might be different for you and it might be different for me too. So I do technical documentation, I write articles, I do proposals, and that's because I need to. So for the proposal, I did like two proposals last week because I needed it for my product, right? I wanted to receive a grant, so I had to, write it. Then for documentation, because I contribute to open source projects, so it was needed too, so I had to learn it. But I actually enjoy writing blogs and articles, in my spare time. So yeah, so but if you're someone that you cannot, if you don't need other things, I would advise you to focus on one and be very great at it. But it's not like you cannot be great at any other aspect. But yeah, that's just my advice then. Refer to resources online. There are some resources that I would actually share after this slide. You can also refer to them. Then you can get certifications, attend boot camps, and join technical writing communities because you need a community to, help your knowledge. And the more you write, you need people to actually, read it and say, oh, is this nice? Like you need like a very good gathering of people that can always vet your articles before you publish it or your work. And then, yeah, I mean, communities are very, very good. So, yeah. Then you open a blog. So I recommend Medium, Ashnode and Dev.to. So I mean, these are like my favorite blogs. I mean, I've not worked with any other one, but they are the ones that they are very very beginner friendly. The markdown syntax, everything is there. Like it's something that you don't need to be all that technical, right? Once you get there, they are very very simple. The user guides are there, and the manuals, like you can just start writing and then yeah, then you start writing and publishing on your blogs. Yeah, then you contribute to open source projects because, like I said, technical writing is something that you know we've not really started. That is not really it's not really all that loud. People just do it like in the background. You get so if you start contributing to open source projects, you'll be able to build your portfolios, and it's these portfolios you will use in getting jobs and telling people that, oh, this is what I can do, and all. Then you can start monetizing your skills. So I think Log Rockets pays people to write for them. I don't know. I think Frico Camp is free, right? I think you can just contribute to them and some other blogs. So I'll share them. Then the tools that help you as a technical writer. For me personally, I use Grammarly. I'm sure we are all familiar with Grammarly. Qbot for paraphrasing. I love it. I mean, I just type what I need to do. I click on paraphrasing and then it does the job for me. And then I just do one or two things. Then Whatune is an extension used for formatting your text. Then VS Code. We are all familiar with VS Code, but you need your Markdown extension for it. I'll show you. Then GitHub. GitHub is actually very good because sometimes you might not even need to start from your VS Code. You can actually go to your GitHub, create a file, and just type what you need to do. Which is, I mean, I've done that too before. Then Gitbook is for white paper too. So this is what I use for my white paper. I'll show you what it looks like. Then Ginger is an AI powered writing assistant. I just got to know about this too, and yeah, it's actually doing the job too. So yeah, so you can scan the QR code to access some useful technical writing guides. So I just made like a small docs, and I added like some links of what I feel would be nice. Very good. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so I just want to show you what. So yeah, this is the. Sorry. Boy. Yeah. So I don't know if you can see my screen well. Is this bold enough? Yeah. So this is an example of a proposal that I did on my VM with my VS Code. So this is what it looks like. I use like the markdown syntax and everything. Then this is Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. So this is an example of the white paper of a product I'm currently working on. So I don't, yeah, so this is what it looks like. So once you have this link, you will just go to the next page. Yeah, so I think the cable, yes, is making my screen. Yeah, so yeah. What? Okay, it works. Thanks. So yeah, this is it. I mean, it's very easy. It's not. And then this is has no, this is Gitbook. I use Gitbook for this. Yeah. So this is so for this one, this one, this is a and this is an open source project that I worked on, and the client side was built in TypeScript. So if you're not all that technical, you would not really know how to do this because I had to build the components, to attach it. So most what I did here was to just implement the UI because I'm a software engineer, like front end, like React, focus. So it was very easy for me to navigate through this. So yeah, that's just it. And then this is my Ashnote blog where I write about, could be fun things like, just express myself. I talk about, different things. It's not really all that serious. You can just own a blog and just post things just to make people happy. You can just share your thoughts and yeah, so that's just it. And yeah, like I said, you can also monetize it. I've made like a little from from being a technical writer. Yeah, so that's just it. Thank you very much. And yeah, you can connect with me on my socials, my LinkedIn, my GitHub, and yeah. So, any questions?
I have a question.
Okay.
What are some difficulties that you face when you started your technical writing career?
Okay, so one of it is consistency. So, it's not easy to be consistent because writing is different. You need to love it, right? But, and then if you don't like writing, you would find yourself struggling. So for me, right, consistency, in a month, I might not write because I don't know what to write or I'm having imposter syndrome and the likes. But then I just, just keep, pushing myself. But yeah, so that's
How do
just
you take like your resources? What are
so for me, right, depends on if I see maybe if I notice a bug while I'm coding or I want to use a tool that I've not used before and then I fix it myself. So I'm like, oh, let me just share it. Someone out there might also need it. Right. So yeah, so that's just it. Might just be on something I'm working on at the moment and I feel like writing about it that I built this with this tool or that and everything. So yeah.
and how do you know if like you're taking too long to write something or like how do you know what time frame is good for you to finish something?
So the thing is that with some of these blogs, it's actually easy for you to you can write and just keep. You don't have to write everything in a day. You can just document what you need to do like a bit. As you remember stuff, you just go back. There's a draft there in like with all of these blogs and everything. And even you can even write them down in a document like a Google Docs, right? So once you are done, there's really no time frame except you are giving yourself, or maybe you have like a newsletter that, oh, every Friday I'll be dropping a new article. Yeah, so that's just it. But I don't have a newsletter, so I can just drop anything, any article like anytime. So yeah, that's just it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.